I guess I have a few personalities. There's Christine, the saxophonist, and there's Christine, the band leader, and then there's the sort of essence of where everything starts, which is Christine, the composer. That, to me, is probably the deepest, hardest place I go in my life. I grew up in a really serene place on the water. I was always drawn back to literally the forest in my backyard. I guess habitat for me is being able to live in a place that we weren't meant to live in, but we somehow are able to adapt. Montreal's just a great place because there's a depth to culture here. I think on paper I get to be an architect. I get that dream of being an architect. The paper is the concrete, and when I pour the concrete, then it's set, and that's what we have to work with. My musicians kind of surround it with their own ideas coming from their point of reference. If I'm creating the space for them, they get to go into that space and actually add their own colors in a way. I tend to think of it as a bit of therapy and a bit of being alone with my thoughts and working through them and working through my different feelings or emotions. And that part's very lonely and sort of isolated. Yeah, the frontier or the point of departure is the music on the paper. But it's also, for me, the release of my ideas. And I think the musicians' focus and all of their history and my history combined, we're able to have a communication and dialogue that just ignites everything. There's sort of three things. There's the band, there's the soloist, and I guess there's me as the composer, and I have to fuse these three things together, which is the hardest part about large ensemble jazz writing, I think. But at the same time, when I get into it, especially this album, I think there are some great soloists like Chet Dox's Donnie Kennedy, Joel Miller, and my sister Ingrid. These are great people that have a lot. They are subject matter as well as the piece itself, and I tend to think about them as kind of inhabiting my building that I created for them and hoping that they actually do something with it that is beyond my imagination. To me, that's the really exciting part about my music. The other musicians are going to take it somewhere. I don't know where they're going to take it, but it's going to be a really great journey. Well, with trust comes risk, and I think with risk comes trust. We are little diamonds scattered about this city, and people sometimes aren't aware of the level, the high level of artistry that goes on here. There's probably something I could have done a little differently that might have made things better. But that's again where I have to draw a line and say it's a moment in time. It is in the present. Each time I go at doing a large ensemble composition, which consists of 10 to 20 minutes of music, I really feel like I'm writing a short story. So this is like a great book of short stories that I hope tells a little bit about me.